Welcome all. Today I'm here with you to teach the first lesson from the class 10. The attitude is altitude. So in this lesson we are going to learn how our attitude would act on our altitude. How our behavior define our destiny. We could say like altitude means nothing but our destiny. So in the earlier part I have given explanation what is attitude, what is altitude, how attitude affects our altitude. So if we have a positive attitude, automatically our altitude most probably higher than we expect. If we have a negative attitude, though our altitude we expected very top, but it will be either it's not more than above the height of you. So that is what attitude is very important in defining our altitude. So let's get started the lesson. In this lesson we are going to learn about a famous personality, Nick Vizes, who has been born as a torso without having limbs, and without having limbs in the sense without having legs and arms. Here he himself can't do anything, so that even he has completely depends on someone else. But he strived and he worked hard. Finally he became an international icon to give the inspiration to the other people. So such an important stage that he has reached. By his physical appearance, we see actually he doesn't meant for anything. Though he has reached to such a level, at such a point, to motivate or to inspire the people around the world. Let's look into the context with what was given. Let's turn our textbook at the starting the first page. See there, altitude is altitude. So at the first line something was given. Let's go through the text. Imagine having no arms to stretch in the morning to help you scratch, that is, to allow you wrap around your arms around your loved one. Imagine having no legs to kick pebbles down the street, to walk or run, to bicycle, to skateboard, or to get you from point A to point B. Then imagine both at once, which is what Nicky Vizes has faced his whole life. Have you heard something like this before? Right here we were asked to imagine ourselves if we don't have arms to stretch very early in the morning, and if we get any kind of itch to scratch it if we don't have arms, and if we don't have legs to kick the pebbles down. It's not in the sense to kick the pebbles and to go from point A to point B. Once the other asked us to imagine ourselves both at once, how horrible the situation is. Such a horrible situation that was faced by the Nick Vizes, in what way has he overcome that hurdles in his life. So let's see. Nick Vizes was born with no arms or legs, but he doesn't let the details stop him. The brave 26 years old, who is mainly a torso, plays football and goals, swims and surfs despite having no limbs. One see what is the meaning of this paragraph. Nick Vizes was born with no arms and legs. So we know that in the starting part I have given the explanation. He was born without arms and legs, so which is called torso. But here he doesn't let the details stop him. Here in this sentence we need to look at that. What is the meaning of he doesn't let the details stop him? So he has all the hurdles. So he has nothing but, we can say, he was like nothing but one kind of, he is a disabled man. He was not able to eat, he was not able to move anywhere, even he was not able to do anything. The things that he has to do by he himself. Even for those things also he has to depend on somebody. Though he has such a disability, but he doesn't allow the disabilities that he has to stop himself from the place where he born to be the place where today he is. He is 26 years old, who is mainly a torso, plays football, golf, swim and surf despite having no limbs. Despite means it's a preposition which means against. Here he doesn't have arms and legs, but he can play. What is that? What games can he play? He can play football, he can play golf as well as swim, and even not only that, surf. Here, who is mainly a toes? It was separated by nothing but what are the hyphens. Here, what is the sentence actually? Who is mainly toes? Here, the brave 26 years old plays or here football, golf, swim, surf despite having no limbs. From the brave 26-year-old to having no limbs, that is completely one sentence. But one sentence length was very extended. Why? And how can we write the single sentence? By providing some additional information to a sentence. Writing a sentence by providing additional information with regard to the speaker, we can use some, what is that, defined clauses. Whether it is defined or non-defined depends on its uses, we will know that. So what it is, so here also, here this is completely one sentence, but this sentence was used by providing additional information about Nicky Vizis. Nick has a small foot on his left hip which helps him balance and enable him to kick. He uses his one foot to type, write with a pen and pick things up between his toes. I call it my chicken drumstick, joked Nick, who was born in Melbourne, Australia but now lives in Los Angeles. I would be lost without it. If you can't get a miracle, become one, Nick Vizis. So here in the details we can see, even in the image also I have shown. So he has a small foot on his left hip. Because of that only he was balanced and enabled himself to kick something, pick things between his toes. So regarding that, he called it's like a chicken drumstick. What is the meaning of chicken drumsticks literally? We know that if we go to the hotel or a restaurant, we have a leg piece. That leg piece we call as a chicken drumstick because of that we enjoy the biryani or the food that we have. By having it, by holding it, we get some kind of satisfaction. So it enables us to satisfy here as his left hip. It enables him to balance and it enables him to do the things well. So he called it as a chicken drumsticks to him. And he was born in Melbourne, it is in Australia, but now he lives in Los Angeles, which is in America now. See, I would be lost without it. Let me explain first what does the sentence mean. I would be lost without it. Actually, it was used in a contracted form, nothing but in a short form. But its extended form was given, see over the picture, I would be lost without it. So it was used in the contracted way, like I'd be lost without it. So he was not able to be if he doesn't have that left hip. So he was explaining the importance of his left hip. So without having it, even he would have lost his life. So that's the meaning of the sentence. Actually, that is the meaning of his own experience. Let us see the rest of in our next class. I'll see you in the next video.